Hey there, YouTube. It's an early morning edition of my Nightmare on 13th vlog updates. Salud. And, that's yummy. Oh, where do I begin? So, I'm speaking for the week end. I have to do a little bit of the 29th and the 3rd, no, the 28th and the 29th of September 2012. Boo! Um, so, where do I begin? The beautiful, wonderful, good side of everything, or the dark and nasty, tainted, evil side of my weekend? Um, I wake up Friday morning. The kids had the day off from school due to parent-teacher conference, so I didn't have to, get up and get everything ready. But I did wake up early in spite of that, being dreadfully ill most of the morning, but I thought I could handle it. By ill, I'm just gonna stomach problems. Not vomiting, not vomiting, just stomach problems. And I thought it was under control. It wasn't like dreadfully ill is kind of a little bit of hyperbole on that. I don't think I was dreadfully ill. I was just not doing so hot. I took some medicine, and I thought I was gonna make it, and I show up at Nightmare ready to act because I was scheduled to act that day. And I was just ready and raring to go. So I get there and I'm told that I'm gonna be playing Sparky the Zombie. Sparky the Zombie is one of the last zombies. There's Sparky the Zombie, then you go through a processing bay that's supposed to cure you of zombieism. Then you go into a room that they're incinerating the dead bodies to get rid of the zombies. And there's a soldier in that room and another zombie, and that's it. Then you're out of the attraction, and you go to see your picture that you took at the beginning of the attraction, and buy popcorn and drinks, T-shirts, whatnot, if you should desire. Or go home. So I'm Sparky the Zombie. The room, there's a kind of 2 years ago it was a mausoleum. Last year it was where the zombie clowns were. This year, I guess it's supposed to be like a power um, company station thing. It has um, tubing going around pillars to kind of make it look like, mad scientist little. There's barbed wire. There's not flashing lights, but there's some LED lights that are really bright. And there's a soundtrack of just constantly going. There's also when you enter the room, there's a sign that says danger, high voltage. There's a chain link fence, which is important to the concept of this room. The concept, this chain link fence is there because Sparky is supposed to be wearing a glove and I don't know exactly how the trick works, but it's supposed to shoot off sparks when you rub it against the chain link fence. And up until this point, the zombies were supposed to be slow moving. They've now changed that zombies can now move faster. But he was supposed to be like the one fast one because he's electrified. So they don't have the glove working or available or whatever. I don't know what the deal is with that. I just asked, so do I have the glove? And they said, no, you do not have the glove. So I get there. I get in my costume, which was just simply a jumpsuit, some coveralls that were covered with blood, and nice and comfortable too. Unlike the ones I was wearing in Chainsaw the week before, these ones fit not like a glove. They fit like a very large oven mitt, which is how I like. If I have to wear coveralls, let them be baggy. I don't want to have to just to put on a costume. Um, so I get into my costume, I get in makeup, and Jody, I'll give a shout out to Jody. She's one of the makeup artists. She's a wonderful artist. She made it look. Well, there was another girl, I didn't get her name, but she put the latex appliance. She applied latex to my face, and then Jody made it look wonderful. Put it so that it looked like I was burnt all over and it's flaring out. And she's always excited to me do makeup on me because I have the shaved head. So a lot of makeup artists like it because they can get creative with the whole head. I haven't yet to have a makeup artist that says, "You're bald. I got to cover all this with makeup." No, they're always excited because they get to cover it all with makeup. Um, so she did a wonderful, wonderful makeup job, and I get into the room and I'm like trying to figure out how this is gonna be. And props to my security guard that night, Iceman. He was really kind of enthusiastic that night and really in a good mood, which made it a lot more pleasant to work. And when you've got like a happy security guard, it makes things go better. Um, and he basically said since there's no glove, you can do this as a pop out, and a pop out means that you pop out and scare people. So I go into the power whatever room. I'm just hanging out in there waiting for people to show up, and I'm popping out and I'm giving a really good scream. And at first I was popping out and running clear to that chain link fence there, and I was hurting myself every time doing that. And it was kind of effective to scare people. And then later I just kind of shortened that down and popped out at people. And also another important part of the geography of this room is it's right after Chainsaw. So you've got all the people running out of Chainsaw, and it's a really easy scare to just pop out of them and scare them. So it was, people were falling down, people were running, people, all sorts of things. But after like about maybe a half hour in there, I guess another shout out to Mary the Water Woman. She's like the in charge of making sure that we get hydrated, and she was the only one working that night, so she was having a hard time making sure everyone had water. Um, she finally showed up and got me my water, and she asked me how I was doing. By that time, stomach problems were returning, and she asked me if I was all right. I'm like, I'm okay. She's like, you're not very confident. I'm like, I think I'll power through this. Well, by the time Iceman came through, I'm like, I have to tell him. I says, okay, I'm gonna tell. He's like, how you doing? I'm having issues. I'm having stomach problems. And he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I'm not saying that I can't make it through the night. I'm not saying that I'm gonna quit through the night. I'm not saying that I need to leave. I'm just saying that situations might arise where I might have a problem. And he looks at me and says, what do you mean by problem? A gambling problem? And I'm like, not a gambling problem. So he came back later with the Tums. That kind of helped. But the whole night, I'm just like, gut-wrenching in pain. And my throat was really getting sore from screaming. But I had an excellent night scaring people. I did a really good, I felt like I did a really good job. Iceman even came and he told me to shorten down my, instead of just popping out and then running at people and stuff. He's like, just pop out, close the door, pop out again, you know. Just keep it going like that. And that was really effective and really helpful, and it helped me get through the night a lot easier because I didn't have to be out. I could sit there and pop out and go, you know, hard night. But I made it home, and then the next morning I was full on sick for about a good 2 hours. Just sick. Just puking everything in my stomach out, and I did not want to eat. It was unfortunate because it was a very busy day. My wife had a funeral to go to that I wasn't able to attend due to the fact that there was no way I could have made it. And then my daughter had a birthday party to go to, and so I had to run out there. So I got very little food. I did not get my usual um, herbal tonic that I drink. Instead of drinking energy drinks, I drink this energy herbal tonic, which I'm sure still has tons of caffeine, but at least it doesn't make me feel as like an energy drink. And I was doing parking, But it was just great night doing parking. Things weren't getting to me. Things were going all well. I could they were blasting the music louder so I could get my dance on. Um, so all in all, I think it was a good weekend. And this is probably going to be my shortest vlog because I don't really have anything much more to talk about. Good week of partying, good weekend. Um, I had a lot of I was really hungry and tired and sore by the time I got home Saturday night, but and I was really sick Friday, and there was a lot of pain involved, but the good outweighed the bad on this one. I was like, I'm fully charged. I checked my schedule um last night or in the early morning hours, and nothing was posted, and I didn't receive an email said that I had a schedule that I was scheduled to be there within 24 hours. So I was kind of bummed, and I'm like, oh, I don't work, man. Turns out I do work tonight, so it's all good in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Now, so um, so now is the beginning of the full weeks. I'll be working full time full weeks. I don't know how I'm going to do the vlogs then. It's kind of hard for me to do them on a daily basis because I have a lot of things to do because of working there. So it's hard for me to vlog, and it gets really late, and I really shouldn't be, ignoring my wife that late at night to come and vlog in my special room. Um, but I'll work something out. I'll keep in touch with the few of you that like to watch these videos, and I hope I'll get more views on this because, as I said, it's going to be the shortest vlog I have done on a weekend at Nightmare. So, thank you. I'll see you next time. Good night. And communication. Yeah.